So, hey, love bugs, it's Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my grown, extended, beautiful family. As always, thank you so much for the love and support. It is truly, truly appreciated. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light. And many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so I know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video or you're telling me about your empathic gift. And if you feel like the videos give good vibes, you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath maybe going through some trying moments at this time and just needing, confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give a girl a thumbs up, like, and also share the social media favorites wherever you see fit. As always, thank you so much for the love and support. It's truly appreciated. And I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And the video I'm doing today is called Twin Flame 101. Heyokas, you are so much more than the bad things that has happened to you. I was watching, what was it the other day? America's Got Talent on Facebook. And it's just like certain things will come out, right when it was needing for you to have that, that insight, positive insight when you're going through, some dark moments, heavy periods in your life where it's filled with despair. And they had this girl named Jane. What was the name she goes by? And well, I don't know. I forgot what it was, like Firefly or, Nightbird. That's what it was. And she made her own song. And, if anybody's watching America Got Talent and stuff like that with Simon and Mel B and all them, it was, the girl was like, they're asking her age and, what she does. And she hasn't been able to do anything because she's been battling with cancer. And they found it in her spine, her liver, and her lungs. And when I say that was like a tearjerker to me, and it's just like, wow, there's a lot of times that we take life for granted, and she had said that, you should never wait for things to stop being hard for you to find happiness in your life. And I said, you know what? I needed to hear that, and you're so much more than what has happened to you. It's like when I first started my journey here, a lot of times I would always connect to the most painfulest things that has happened into my life, to my essence, to my spirit. It was like me with all these tragedies. And it's just like, you have to be able to, don't allow those things that have brought you here to define you on what you're doing. You're going to be defined as something that overcome those things. This is what set the wheels in motion for your purpose. And a lot of times it's hard to be able to feel that, like I said, I've been going through a lot, this is around that time of year that's really hard for me. And it's just like, I always felt like this is like a family oriented time. And I really don't see family as family anymore from all the things that I face currently and the things that I've been facing since my situation. It turned my life upside down. But I also use that as fuel to overcome a lot of things. It has not been easy with the situation that was force fed into me, for me to know my truth. It was very detrimental to me. It made me have, a couple of mental breakdowns from what I've gone through. But, I have no problem with allowing people to see my scars. It's not about getting attention. It's not about wanting people to feel sorry for me, but be able to know that you're never alone. Even when it feels like it is never alone. There's somebody who's going through some stuff. And when I tell you, watching that girl sing like that, I'm like, how is she able to sing? And they found cancer in her lungs like that. And the girl sing, she reminded me of Jewel a little bit. If anybody know who Jewel is from back in the day. And, she has that very beautiful voice that, it brought up a lot of emotions hearing her sing. And that girl only has 2% chance of survival. And she said it's not, even though it's 2%, it's not 0%. And I'm going to spend every day of my life trying to be happy. And I said, I'm going to go ahead and use her, her little quote and use that as a video, but I make sure I give credit to where credit is due. And just being able to see that, because there's a lot of times we become aloof, or, we sit down in those periods of feeling sorry for ourselves to keep going in that repetitive cycle of what people has done to us, what has really hurt us, what we have been denied, what people have blocked, what people continue to do to try to make sure that things in your life don't ever get better. And that's what the devil wants you to think about. Instead of seeing these situations, this is like, yeah, you can't change what pain has taught you, what's brought you, but you can use this the same exact situation that tore you apart to build you back up in your truth. It was like with my life, it's been based on a lot of lies and deception and manipulation, in so many ways, where it angered me. It had me really wanting to do some very dark things that, God has blessed me and blocking me from making sure I don't do that and be, holding people responsible for my situation, but being able to know that God had a better purpose for that situation to come out the way he chooses to, what he used for me to be able to do. And it's just like there's moments in our lives where, where days is just not seeming right. It just seems like everything is going left. It don't feel right. There's so many different things that you're going through. And it's just like the devil will do everything he can to put you through so much confusion. You have so many good things that's coming into your life, but he'll add on to the mix, and it's just like, God and devil go hand in hand. They got the same situations, but it has different meanings behind it. It has a backstory of something different. The devil wants you to remember your feelings, wants to remember your pain, but God wants you to know, I gave you this name, I gave you this destiny, and I gave you this purpose. This is not going to be that situation that's going to make you want to crawl up, die, and give up. This is going to be that situation that's going to be used as a purpose to help many people. Because a lot of times people feel like when things is happening to their lives, there's nothing good can come out of it. It's like I love watching crime shows, but that first thing that really disgusts me about different things, because they want to use somebody's mental disorders or head injuries and abandonment in life and all the child abuse they went through. And I feel sorry for anybody who's gone through that, because I've had all those things happen to me. But I feel like when you have done things to where you start knocking off people, or you start being the death dealer towards a lot of people, I ain't even gonna lie, to be some people I already got on the top of the list, but God like, no, I got that. You leave this alone. You do what I need you to do and let me handle this. I got that, and I feel like that's a choice. People will use that as an excuse on the reason why people are serial killers the way they are. I said, no, you have a choice. I really feel like you have a choice. That's something you choose to do, you know. And there's a lot of things that goes on in your life where you just don't understand. Why do these things have to constantly keep happening to me? Why does these things always trying to tear me down? Why does it just feel like the more I try to stay up and see everything at a positive standpoint, there's always something negative to make me, second guess everything that God has promised me. And those are the things that is, you don't have to be able to attach yourself to the painful scenarios that's going into your life. And I have to remind myself that on a daily. I could be thinking about something. There'll be sometimes I don't want to cry, and I'll just hear my spirit saying, let it go. It's okay. It's okay for you to feel that pain. Don't unpack there in that vibe of despair, that vacation of despair, because this is not where your destiny lies at. This is where is that jumping point for you to make that turn, that brave turn into doing something that where you jump on that. You got to be risky at certain times, and they were like, don't be risky at everything. Because a lot of times when we feel things are very uncomfortable, we would haul off and do something very impulsive because we don't like that uncomfortable feeling. But they said, no, when they're telling you to take that leap of faith and be scared, I got to do some things that they telling me I got to do right now. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll do it later. You're like, okay, but you still need to do it. I'm like, yeah, right, okay, and we try to like stop telling me that I know you ain't gonna let me forget. But those are the things you know that you're on so much more than what is taking place into your life. Every day is a choice for you to either allow yourself to. Sometimes it's like when we have placed ourselves and we didn't gave it all into a certain purpose that God has placed you on. And they know sometimes you done gave it all you got and they still feel like things ain't working out for you. And a lot of times that happens. God will allow those things to happen just to see how far are you willing to go, no matter how many times you don't fail, how certain things didn't go as planned, even when he sent you in a certain direction, even when it made it look like everything was going in, and for divine, for you and mine, it went something opposite for that. And God know we get pissed off at him, like, why you keep sending us in these situations and you making it seem like this is a blessing. This is not a blessing to me. When you put my heart and my feelings in that way to be set up for disappointment. And that's not what God wants us to be able to see that. And I have to remind myself of that a lot. God used to get mad at every time God sent me a certain place for this situation, because he knew I deserved closure. He knew I need to be able to have my truth, because there was too many people that was just comfortable with telling a lie, even though that truth was standing right there. They'd be like, oh, you're like, even though that's the one right there. No, 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 it's an 11. That's a 12. That's not what you're saying. That is what I'm, no, it'd be one of those situations. And God said, I really want you to look deeper than that, because you are allowing anger to, to coach you in that way. When I told you that was a blessing, that was, but it's your choice to be able to see it as that. If you're seeing it this, you're wanting to see it as discouragement. You want me to see that I was lying to you, but no. This is at that point where if I know I have a blessing for you that is going to carry on some vibes, some volumes that you ain't never, accomplished before or ever knew that you were going to connect to, I wanted to know how far are you willing to go. Because nothing, when something is supposed to be a blessing of a lot into your life, he's not going to give it to you that easy. He wants you to be grateful for everything. And I'm willing, and when I showed you this and you say, I'm willing to do anything I can to get that. If that's my truth and that's what you're saying I'm destined to have, how much are you willing to go to get that? And he's like, anything. He's like, anything? He's like, anything. Okay. And when he does that, he going to send you through some changes. He's going to allow you to have the gutter of the most gutter happen to you. And he still wants you to arise. He still wants you to do this because he wants you to be able to see, that beast that you got hidden up under all them scars of disappointment, failures, how people done placed you, discounted you, discarded you. He wants you to be able to see all that stuff. And it's breaking it down. All that stuff is falling apart because he wants you to see who your true potential is, who that true person is deep down inside after you have been discarded, after, somebody sold you short, after people mocked your dreams, what people said you couldn't and couldn't do because they feared about what you can do. You had all these different things take place into your life to where it just feels like things are not going to get better. I try to push forward and all I do is just got to be around people that are always trying to tear me down. I help people out, and for them, there's some people that sell me short. They try to put my life in harm's way, all these different things. And that's telling you because look at what the devil is doing. I place these people into your life. Yeah, it's going to be hurtful because a lot of times I connect you with people that you were going to be a part of that blessing that I connected with you with them. But they forfeited their whole blessing because of that jealous spirit, that envious heart that they had. I had so many blessings for them until they did that to you and discarded you. Their blessings are now forfeited because of their decisions they made. But that don't mean I'm not finished with them, just like I'm not finished with you. And everybody has to learn from the good and bad that has been taking place in their life. You can have that choice to heal. You don't have to always attach yourself to the things that has taken place in your life that really done messed you up, but the person that you actually overcome after those things that has worked in you. Because a lot of times there's the people you get on that journey, and when you find out the truth, there are certain things that happen in your life that you don't want nobody ever to be able to experience that, or you're becoming that person that you needed at that time when you were going through despair, when you were going through lostness, discouragement, hate, hurt, everything that went against your laws of nature to just really disrupt your peace. You're becoming that person, and every day, I look at myself in ways that I get angry, I cry, I go through emotional eating. I'll be days that I'm so depressed, I don't get out the bed. I got to deal with different things that surround me. They're always trying to add on more confusion in my life. Like my life ain't worse already as it is. There's people that adds to it because of situations that they really envy or, they intimidated by. I have to deal with that a lot. But there's times where I have to be able to dry them tears. There's something far more past what people keep trying to do. Don't allow what other people's projection is to become your truth. That is not your truth. That's their fear, and allow them to be accompanied with that. You pray for their healing, and hopefully things will get better for them if they allow those things too. But your life goes far more greater. Your purpose is far more greater. And a lot of times you have to be able to take that pause for that cause and really just reevaluate yourself, just for you to see, yeah, I'm going through hardships right now, but who said it has to continue to be this way? Because the devil always wants you to be stuck in the moment of what things happen. I've been there. I'll tell y'all real quick. I've been there. I keep it realer than real. I'm not going to try to sit up here and say nothing don't phase me. It do. I get angry at the people I've helped. And, they did different things that you come back and you show me some really hateful stuff. And I had to keep reminding myself, don't do that. When you have done things and God has shown you the truth within them, that don't have nothing to do with you. That don't have nothing to do with you. They, a lot of time, not everybody's meant to stay in your life. There'll be different times where, people just, branch off and, that'll be it. Or sometimes people do something to stab you in your back, and it'll be coming out of nowhere. And you just really trying to understand why those different things are happening. You have to remind yourself, don't take that personal. There's a lot of times people don't like it because you are loved. People don't like it because they give you encouragement or determination to say, hey, you keep up your good work. You're really doing really good. You've helped me a lot. And those are the things that it don't feed my ego, because I had to deaden that. I had to really deaden that, because there's times that I felt like, am I being heard? Am I being understood? Is somebody using the things that I speak on to help them uplift themselves when times of confusion? And it makes me feel appreciated. Like, yeah, you don't know, even when people don't give you that credit when credit's due, trust and believe you're inspiring somebody. I always tell people, you never know how your inspiration, on how you're healing yourself, how you're, keeping to move forward, even when you don't know what direction you may be going in, but you're leading through faith. A lot of times, God wants us to be able to trust in what he has going on, even when we don't see it. That's where faith lies. And a lot of times it's hard for you to do that, especially with my situation. It feels very hard, going through the things that I go through, and it be certain holidays is really heavy to me, different anniversaries and stuff like that of my parents transitioning and all that stuff. And it's hard to really digest that, on top of being a conduit. When you already having daggone transitions going through you with other people that are empathic, and you feel all the stuff that they're going through or what they did before their passing, and you feel different things that they're allowing you to see, or you're seeing different things before they transpire. That's very tragic. You dealing with a whole bunch. And I tell people, I don't, people are like, Dad, that's cool. That's right. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's a blessing when I can be able to help other people whose family done passed on, and they give me a message to let them know, hey, I'm here, I'm protecting you, I'm leading you. Even though I'm not physically here, I'm always heavy with you in spirit. And those are the things that I look forward to, the things I can be able to help people with, even if I don't really truly understand. And I tell that person that they're going to know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, how are you able to know these things? I went to psychics, I went to tarot card readers, and this and this and that, and they could never tell me something. And you can read my past, or my moments of thought, or people that I really, love and cherish. They're no longer amongst the living. You can do that even through text message. And I always had to tell people, you have to understand, there's a lot of people that are doing that just to take other people's money. They take that financial blessings to play on people's feelings, and that sadness and despair that people are still going through grief, or they feel like that person is using that for a gain, not for that person to give them some kind of clarity, but some kind of gain for them. So when family, guide you towards my way, they know I can be trusted. They give you that time, because there's a lot of times we go through our lives and it's really hard for us to trust a lot of people. I'm here. I'm one of those ones. I'll be like, if my family could do the tripe shit that they did to me in my life, biological and not biological and adopted, I'd be dagged if it's easy for me to trust a man off the street or a woman off the street. You won't have to prove yourself to me. It don't, my gate don't swing like that no more. But, when I allow myself to let anger, frustration of others to really get out my way, I can really say I'm a blessed person. And a lot of times it's hard for you to see that when you're dealing with a lot of emotions within yourself, because you're really trying to see things in a different way. You've worked hard for blessings, and you have to see other people that are getting the things that you've worked hard for, and you're still waiting on yours. That can be very discouraging to anybody. But that don't mean that you need to quit. You don't know what that person has sacrificed. You don't know what troubles they had been led to get to where they have. Never compare your blessings, their blessings, to the one that God still has in store for you. Those times are hard, and they get that. But they want you to see that even when I bless that person with their miracle, the things they really, they really earn, they really deserve in their life, I can do the same for you. He's like, never lose hope in what I got for you. And a lot of times it's hard for you not to do that when you got so many different things that you face, so many different things that you go through in life that can really be hard for you to digest at times. And that's what they want you to know, that you are far more than what has taken place into your life. Those are the things that gave you a catapult to change your life, on to unprogram and unlearn the things that our family has led us to, when they only knew what they were learning. They only knew what they experienced in their life, and they're trying to show it that that it can be a lot more than what they said world can be. It's your destiny. You can choose how you want to build that back up, through your many experiences. Because a lot of times, just for the things you went through was enough fuel for you to become so much better. And you have to be able to see it within yourself, and it gets hard. I tell people real quick, I keep it real. There'll be days where, you're looking at everything and you just really don't see that silver lining in the sky that God keeps promising you that you're there. You have power and stored in your life that, the devil will bring everybody in your face to sit up here and try to discredit what you really have. And he sees that. A lot of times, your haters even see that within you, because if not, they wouldn't be trying so hard to hurt you all the time and distract that. They see something like that in you, and they hate that, even though it's sad, because the haters, I'm like, hey, you got that in you too. But it has to take that bravery. Is you putting in extra energy to hurt somebody? Why don't you pull that in your life to heal yourself, so you won't constantly have to keep doing this? Because all you are is blocking your own blessings because you keep doing that. But also, it's a blessing in disguise for the other person to use that as the same ammunition to keep go further than you ever had before. Because like me, I say I'm a sore loser. I'm a real sore loser. I can't stand it. I say, I know there's too many people that walk around looking like I put stuff on her. I've done stuff to her. And yet, she's still here. Yeah, because usually God used that to speed up the process. So actually helping me acknowledge what I really have and what I can create from what I have. And that's what he will do. He will use those situations that, leave heavy burdens in your life. There's so many beautiful people I connect with. Some of them I haven't met yet, that you have a lot of beautiful things that are festering around in you. And it's going to be triggered by the resistance of what people try to do to you, or people want to try to make you see within yourself that they're only seeing within themselves. All these things is coming up to where it's going to get to that point when everything done peeled back from all them illusions to guide you towards truth. You're going to understand why it's been like that for you. You're going to understand why every time it felt like you were walking in drama all the time. And you didn't even know what was going on, because people sniffed you out like that. And the devil assigned them to you, just like God has, and they're going to use that to empower you, but it's also going to remind you of who you were before it was forgotten. So hopefully you were able to resonate with the content of this video, y'all. Like I said, I hope you had a good holiday. If you're still on holiday, be safe. You got family near you, that y'all getting a well good. Never allow yourself to take that for granted. You never know. It's just time is short. And if you really got some stuff in your life to really make you bring your family closer, please do that. You never know when somebody's last day is going to be their last day. You can't push reset after that. So make sure you give it where it counts. So I would love to give a post notification shout out to my sister from another Mr., Miss Lisa McDevitt, Munai, the philosopher, and Mrs. D. Glenn, Patty, and Jacob McDowell. Much love to you as well. Like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, drop a line. I would love the chance to be able to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me. And oh yeah, I will be having Heyoka live chat and vibe at 6:30 as I usually do. I forgot to tell y'all that I'm on my last video because it's been a while. It's been almost like a week and a half since I did videos. So yeah, I will be have Heyoka live chat and vibe today at 6:30 my time. It is almost 1 o'clock here. So I'll probably send a short out, or you'll just see me when I pop online. So hopefully, I hope you have a blessed weekend. Please be responsible in everything you're doing. Whatever you're manifesting into your life, I pray of massive abundance of prosperity that you never knew you expected. Oh, excuse me, you expected, and it comes sooner than you predicted it. Whatever God has for you, I place so many abundance of blessings that you truly deserve, because I know there's a lot of people that try to discard you and counted you out. But this is that time to rely on self and know that you are not alone, because you got your spiritual enforcements. You have your soul brothers and sisters out there that are really, rooting for you, because you got this. Whatever you've been going through, you got this. Keep on moving. Don't give up, because you never know how close you are to your destiny. And even through social distancing, make sure you give out love, light, positivity, words, vibe, frequencies. You just never know. All those things could really take somebody a long way. And I'll see you on my next one. Much love. Peace out.